Hey everyone, how are you today? Oh, hey Larry. Thanks for tuning in. You guys can see me and hear me. Please give me a shout out in the chat box. This will be an interactive webinar today. I'm going to do some demos for you guys. And also, if you have questions, feel free to holler them out here in the chat. Hey, Bill. You're out in California. That's awesome. Hopefully you don't have to quarantine too hard when you get back to New York. It's probably not one of those states. If you're coming from Florida, they'd probably lock you up, make you stay inside. I am in Florida, by the way. It's great to see all you guys here. Thank you, thank you. Lots of new names in here. Oh, hey, I recognize your name, Pamela. I think we've chatted before a while ago. Awesome. Hey, Randy. Hey, Larry. Hey, Bill. Awesome. Can't wait to show you guys what this is all about. Hey, Peter. Awesome. So great, guys. We're just going to get started here and dive right in. Thanks for giving me a shout out. If at any time the screen freezes or you lose me, just go ahead and hit the reconnect or refresh your browser if you have any technical difficulties, and it should start right away. And then just some general housekeeping. From the time I'm talking and the time I see your chat message, there's about a 10-second delay. So if I don't answer you right away, it's because I haven't seen your message pop up yet. And then we do have some, I think Jason is here, or maybe it's Jace from Richmond. They are in the chat room today as well. So if you have product specific questions, they will be able to help, but hopefully I can get through the rest of this stuff. So if you've never heard of PhotoDay, welcome, welcome. And if you're an existing PhotoDay user, thank you. And I'm happy that you are attending this webinar today, and you might learn some new things you may have not known yet. And I am going to show off our new backgrounds feature towards the end of this webinar. So we're going to dive into a quick presentation, and I want to show you what PhotoDay is all about for those of you that are new. So, you know, we started PhotoDay about, I guess it's almost 3 years now, 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, and we launched about, I don't know, 2.5 years ago. And, you know, what we had was this vision to create a whole new workflow. And we started with the end customer and worked backwards. We just didn't see like a whole lot of solutions out there that was really making things easier for the parent, and then making things easier for you, the studio, your organization, and of course, our amazing partner labs. So we wanted to come in with a solve and make a solution that has a great workflow that results in happier parents, which obviously results in rocketing revenue. And another pain point that we identified along the way was that there was just so many different workflows and so many different solutions for all different types of volume photography, but we just didn't understand why wasn't there just one workflow for no matter what type of photography you're doing. You know, can you put everything through in one workflow? And that's what we did. We kind of created this whole new sales and marketing method that can be used for basically any type of volume photography that you have. And of course, what came with that was some amazing technology, which I'll talk about here shortly. One of those amazing technologies is FaceFind, which is our facial recognition. We use it on the front end and the back end, as well as text marketing. But to allow you to be more hands-free and get you out from behind the computer, to enable you to make more connections with your customers, as well as cutting out those workflow and late night hours of lab submission. That was our total goal. That's what we set out to do. And yes, it was a very difficult job, but I feel like we've got really far in these last few years, and it's working out pretty great. So what I want to show you what that means. So in the PhotoDay workflow, which is 100% online, and it's also contactless, touchless, it's completely hands-free. And in this workflow, we wanted to show you what the sales are like for the different types of jobs we see coming through PhotoDay. Now, this is lifetime data pulled out of our system, so things are priced differently according to the region. So this is just an average, but you can see some of the average sales that we see coming through PhotoDay. It's $49.51 for schools. That's a combination of preschool, elementary, and underclass. Preschools are typically on the higher side, around 60 plus we see, and then elementary and underclass are, you know, in the $40 to $45 range, average sale per order. Sports and events, that one gets me so excited. There's a lot of youth sports going on PhotoDay. That's kind of the market we tackled first, for $45 average order value, which is amazing because it doesn't really matter if you're doing soccer or football or hockey or basketball. We're seeing really high average order values. And then the dance photography, $75.92 for an average order value. Again, this is just an average according to what you guys sell. Some people sell 8x10s for $12. Some people sell it for $20. It really just depends where the price point is. But I wanted to share these exciting numbers with you. And more importantly, I wanted to show you all the different job types that we see coming in through PhotoDay. There's like a little mini CRM when you set up a job and you pick what the type of job is. And that allows us to look at the data and see like what those average order values are on the different job types, which if we can see it, that means you can see it when you're doing multiple jobs through PhotoDay, so you can keep track of how well your sales are doing the more jobs that you do, which is a beautiful thing about going online. You just have so much more data, so much more analytics, so much more connection to really take those things and put them into action and continuously improve. So you can see how those average orders break out by job type. We got dance schools, elementary schools, events, youth sports, portrait jobs, which is like mini sessions, things like that. Preschools, underclass. We have people putting event photos from weddings. And then, of course, there's another field. I'm not quite sure what goes in there. Maybe parties or something like that. Who doesn't love a good party? I mean, I haven't been to a good party since like March, right? So who doesn't love a good party? We also have different gallery types available that allows you to use PhotoDay for all different types of events. So we have private galleries, which is where each person in a job only sees their own photos. We have group galleries, which is a little bit more protection than a public URL, where a public URL is like a link that can be passed around. Everyone just clicks on it, goes right into their gallery to view photos. But a group, they have to enter a password, one password for that entire group. That works out really well for leagues or events where they're playing on public property, and it's not so private, like for instance, going to an elementary school or high school or something like that. So we have the different job types that you can set up to accommodate all different types of jobs with PhotoDay. And now I just want to overview quickly some key features that kind of set us apart, things that we might do differently that you might not be familiar with. And the one thing is Face Find and how PhotoDay uses our Face Find technology in and around PhotoDay. We use it in all different places. And it really, the way you look at this is that all those things that you do with your eyes, marrying images to the data, right? You have to visually look at that and match it all up, and then find kids, their group photo, match that with the other kids, things like that. That is what Face Find does for you with PhotoDay. So we replace those tasks with AI through Face Find to help you find and match those images to data for you. We specifically use it on the back end. You use it on the back end in the PhotoDay Capture app. And the PhotoDay Capture app, I will demo that today. You're just basically linking a reference photo to the data. And then when you upload all your photos to the gallery, it magically matches them all for you where they go. So you can in turn photograph multiple poses. And we know that multiple poses means more inventory, means more you have to sell. And that's why we see so much higher sales online. But more importantly, the no data matching always gets me so excited because, you know, I've tried every system personally, like from writing numbers down to barcoding to QR coding to try to make things easier. It always seems there's so many more steps. So while this is a step, it does remove about 1 to 2/3 of your existing steps by way of technology. We also have it on the front end in the group and public galleries that you can toggle on and off for your customers to use. So if you're doing an event and you didn't want to like catalog images and you put them all up into PhotoDay in a group or public gallery, you can give your customers the ability to find photos with a photo. And it works really awesome. And we also use it in our shopping cart. So when a customer finds a photo and they're shopping for different products, and then they go back into change out photos or add another product with a photo in it, it runs Face Find again, and it only presents them with photos that they might be looking for, because we know that they're looking for that face. So we're using it in all different ways, which is really awesome. And it's making it a better experience, not just for you, but for your customers as well. So I want to show you guys how Capture works. I'm going to play a quick video so you can kind of see it in action on the video, because it's a lot to take in, especially for the first time. And then what I'll do is I'll demo it after this short little presentation that I'm doing right now. So let me prep my software here and start this video.
The PhotoDay Capture app is an exciting part of the better than ever PhotoDay 2.0. It works with one of our newest features, private galleries. PhotoDay Capture simply matches people data with photographs without any barcodes, image numbers, or other tedious image matching methods. The magic happens behind the scenes with PhotoDay's Face Find technology. Here's how it all works. First, when you set up a private gallery job in the studio panel, you'll upload a list of everyone who will be photographed. We call this the people data. First name and last name are required, but you can have lots of other data fields like teacher name, student ID, email, phone, and more. No worries if you don't have a list with everyone's name in advance. You can always add people to the PhotoDay Capture app on Picture Day. At this point, every person on the list will be assigned a unique access code. This is the code that your customers will use to privately access their photos. If you'd like, you can set your job status to Advanced Pay to drive sales before Picture Day. You can use Advanced Pay flyers, or export the data file to get the access codes out to your customers. In preparation for Picture Day, make sure you have the PhotoDay Capture app downloaded on your tablet or mobile phone. You can invite other staff members to use PhotoDay Capture too in the settings section of your studio panel under Users. While you have an internet connection, be sure to fire up the app and look at the job to confirm that all the people data you uploaded is in there. On Picture Day, you don't need an internet connection to use PhotoDay Capture. All you have to do is check in each person by finding them on the app and snapping their picture. This becomes the person's reference photo. Don't worry if you have a new person show up. You can quickly add them. You'll then photograph each person just like you always do. Snap as many photos as you like. It's easy to sell lots of expressions and poses with PhotoDay. When you're back at your studio, you'll upload the professional photos to the job, and PhotoDay will work in the background using the reference photo to match the right face with the right images and data. It's pretty magical. You're now ready to publish and promote the galleries using the PhotoDay flyers that contain each person's access code along with their featured image. We use the most recent professional image as the default featured image, but you can change it at any time. Once your customers know how to find their photos, all you have to do is sit back and wait for the sales to roll in.
Awesome. Now let me get back over here to my slide presentation for you guys. Hold on one second. All right, here we go. All right, cool. So that is just a brief overview of PhotoDay Capture. And this is kind of what it looks like when you are on location using PhotoDay Capture. It can be used on any tablet or smartphone. And basically it's Apple or Android friendly, so you can use it either way, but you can see how you just have somebody walking and they just click the name and check them in, take a reference photo, and then you're done. Now, it's pretty simple, and I love the feedback that we get when everybody adopts PhotoDay Capture for the first time, because it is very, very different. So it's pretty awesome, guys. I'm going to show it to you guys here in a few. So let's talk about another key feature that PhotoDay has, which is called Advanced Pay. Now, everyone knows when moving volume photography online, the buy rates or their participation, you run a risk of things dropping because you're not getting that like instant communication anymore that you do with like an order form or proofing method or anything like that. So Advanced Pay or the need to pre-sell a package, we didn't think pre-selling a package or committing parents to like an actual package with all these items in it made much sense, because they haven't seen the images yet. And then it's going to make a lot of work for them if they have to go back and switch out images and things like that. So we came up with this new method, and it's called advance pay. And advance pay is the ability for them to buy a credit, which is basically a gift card, in advance or during picture day. Basically, advance pay is a gallery mode. So as long as your gallery is in advance pay mode, they can shop and buy credits. They can put the subject's name that's going to be photographed. And then they are all mobile verified, which means they are linked to their mobile number. So they can use these advance pay credits that they buy in one gallery. And if they don't use all of it, they can use it in another gallery that your studio has. Now, it's only for your studio. If you're selling credits in your studio, it doesn't work in other studios. So, but yes, they are universal to all the jobs that you have in PhotoDay. So they can always go back and redeem those credits in other galleries if they didn't use it all in one gallery. What I really, really like about advance pay is that it does put skin in the game, and which means that you get a pre-commitment, and you can use it in all different ways. You can use this to replace the package sale, basically requiring everyone to buy a package before they're photographed. You can simply require them to purchase an advance pay credit before they're photographed. And you can check that. They can flash the receipt or confirmation from their text messages on their phone, just like going to a concert and flashing your ticket to get in the door. How I miss live music too, right? So, or you can use it and dangle a carrot and incentivize it. If you wanted to make it optional for them to buy, you're going to photograph everyone anyway. Let's just talk about elementary schools or underclass. You can incentivize that, skin in the game, and say like everyone that makes an advance pay purchase gets this special offer. And then you attach an offer to it, like free shipping off orders 35 or more, or $5 off their order, a 40 or more, whatever you want to do to incentivize or dangle that carrot to get them to make an advance payment. Only those people who make an advance payment will have that offer applied when they go to check out in the final shopping cart. So it's pretty smart, and it works really great. And this is the biggest reason why I love it, because lifetime data as of this summer, it looks like every time an advance pay offer is applied towards an order, the sale amount, the average sale amount is always much larger. So breaking up those payments works, and it helps parents split up, and they might want more, but you published a gallery a week after they bought the credit, or maybe even longer sometimes, and then they go, oh, I'm going to sign in and buy. They see they have $10 credit they bought for you, or $20 credit. That's money spent, money's gone, and then they spend even more money with you because now they sign in, see their credit, see their free shipping or any special offer that you applied, and it's awesome. So advance pay about 75, spend 55. So I think, Conrad, what you're asking is if somebody spends and buys a $75 credit, but they only spend $55, they have $20 left on their balance to use at any other time. I think that's what you're asking, but yes, it works just like a gift card. It's linked to their mobile number and verified when they log in. Similar if you ever use like Uber Eats or Uber and you sign in with your mobile number, it sends you a text message, you punch in that verification code, and then we know it's really you, so they verify your identity that way. That's exactly how advanced pay credits work on their mobile devices, which is awesome. Another thing I really like advance pay, say if you're requiring the credits, or if you sold a bunch of credits, and say this gallery, they sold a bunch of credits at $35 a piece. So they had 121 credits at $35 a piece, and we can see like kind of guesstimate when the gallery goes on sale, people are converting to sale, and they're spending an average of $50 or $58, and we know we have 30 credits left that haven't been redeemed yet, people haven't shopped yet, and you can kind of guesstimate what your sales are going to end up at. I really like that because you can see your AOV in all of PhotoDay. You know that you're selling these credits, and you can just kind of guesstimate where you're going to land on that job sales-wise when everyone finishes redeeming their credits. So it's a great way to kind of see and speculate where your sales are going with a specific job, which is really exciting. I love this is part of your studio panel. This isn't your jobs. This is actually your insights that you can see. There's different numbers you can look at within each job. And because advanced pay credits are mobile verified and we use text marketing and email marketing in PhotoDay, you can automatically link your customers to the text marketing campaign once they purchase a credit. They don't have to buy a credit. Even if they text to opt in, they'll still receive those automatic text messaging. But the way text messaging works in PhotoDay is pretty different. It's smart. We know if they bought a credit or if they just texted into a gallery and didn't buy a credit. We know if your gallery is on sale. We know if it's going to expire soon. So the text marketing with PhotoDay is completely automatic. We remind your customers, depending on their behavior, how to get back to the cart to convert the sale. And this is awesome. Larry is asking me, can you explain how we get those access codes to parents? Do they need to opt in like with League Sports? Yes, they can opt in, but I'm going to show you PhotoDay's email marketing system to get those individual private gallery codes to each parent. Neil has a question: who sets up all communication with clients? We set up, we have marketing flyers for you, which I'll show you here in a minute. And then of course, you heavily rely on your organization contact as always to either get you that information from the parents or to help you push out information about Picture Day to their customers, as well as you doing it too. If you're lucky enough to be doing on-site events, it's easy to connect with parents that way as well. But the text marketing is really smart. It's all based on the customer's actions and the state of your gallery. So when you publish a gallery for the first time, everyone that's bought a credit, everyone that's opted in, they're gonna get a text message back saying that the gallery is on sale the minute you publish that gallery. Now, if they don't check out, if they get distracted because they're on their mobile device, we all know we have a million things going on every single day. We all get distracted, especially on our mobile phones. You get a call or another text message or a Facebook notification, and now you're out of the cart again, right? So we know that, and we're going to draw them back to the cart. Now, when we draw them back to the cart, we do it at day 3, day 5, day 7, day 14, and day 30. It's like a 30-day sales cycle. We're counting on the online galleries. Most of your sales are going to happen that first 2 weeks. Majority of the sales happen the first 2 weeks, but you're always going to have those procrastinators, and we have different things to help them bring back to the gallery. Now, once they make a purchase, they stop getting those go back and did you forget to check out texts. They start getting the lab's received your order. And then once Richmond ships your order, they get another notification that says, this order has been shipped. Woohoo, here's your tracking number. And they can track that order all the way to their doorstep, which is pretty awesome for communication wise. Works just like Amazon. We also use text marketing in our promos, our year-round sales. So if you have jobs and you have opt-ins that you've done over the last 6 months with PhotoDay, you got the holidays coming up, you can go into our promos feature and you could just drop a bunch of jobs set up. We have Halloween coming up next. We have the spooky sale happening. You can make a spooky coupon code and go back for second sale and just throw those jobs in there, and it'll text everyone in the gallery with your spooky sale, which is great for second sales, and it's a no-brainer. It's very easy to set up. And then we have custom text messages available. And I think, Rob, this answers your questions. No, you cannot modify the automatic SMS because that's based on your customer behavior and where they are in the cart and where your gallery is. But you can do some custom SMS campaigns with PhotoDay, and we have that available in live chat. When you're in your job, you can request those if you want to spur sales because maybe something happened or you had to go back and take more photos and you want to tell everyone more photos have been added to the gallery. We do use SMS for things like that as well on your behalf. And another thing important to note about PhotoDay's marketing, text marketing, we use a short code. So it will not go to your customer's junk mail in their text messages or to unknown senders. It's a short code. 90738 is the PhotoDay short code. It's always a short code for everything that we do. They can save that contact in their phone with your studio name even if you wanted to do it that way. And that way they know that you're always texting them and who it's coming from. But it does give them that description and your studio name when they click through to the actual gallery. Now let's talk about some email marketing that PhotoDay has. This is specifically helpful for private galleries where you might be able to collect the email addresses with the data from a lot of the schools that you're doing. If you do that and you import this data into PhotoDay and create your private galleries where everyone gets their own individual access code, then you can actually spur sales using advance pay. It'll tell them to text opt in to that, their private code to that 90738 short code to make their advance payment. Then they're good to go and they're linked. They can also make a credit purchase right from the link that's in the marketing flyers. This one here is a sample email on the screen here. That's what it looks like when they get their email box, when their photo's ready. And it has a preview of one of the images in there, as well as the instructions on how to go order. And then you can attach offers to that as well if you're doing like a time-based sensitive offer. If you are new to online and you want to learn more about marketing yourself and that sales and online marketing strategy, we do have some great webinars available, how to transition to online sales, as well as kick-ass marketing in an online world that goes over all the key points and everything you need to know about selling online for success. And then a couple other things we have, especially with Richmond, we have a lot of their products in here and their themes. Your customers are able to preview the different themes, pick the one that they want, and then put their memory mates. So we have memory mates and the buttons and the trading cards and ticket magnets and tickets and all those great products from Richmond are available in the product catalog when you design your price sheets. We also have native apps for both iOS and Android. And if any of you guys know what it's like to shop on Amazon on your Safari mobile browser versus the Amazon app, you know what I'm talking about. Native apps just give a really good experience, especially for those who are less tech savvy or might have not so great of a device. A native app is always really great for them to shop on. It's extremely user friendly. And we do have a little banner across the top of the screen for them to download the app when they visit the gallery for the first time. However, PhotoDay is also desktop friendly. We have the desktop version as well as the mobile web version. So it doesn't matter where they're shopping. So I got some questions coming in here. Conrad says, can they request the $20 back minus tax and shipping? Yes, if they have a leftover credit and you just want to cash that out and refund it back to them, that is determined by you. That's your refund policy. You can ask us to refund that directly to your customer for you. Bill is asking, do you offer a video without the logo that we can showcase at the school? Yes, Bill, we do have some in when you sign into the PhotoDay panel, your studio panel and you go over resources, we have a sales kit in there. There are videos that you can do like an intro and an outro and rebrand it with your own stuff on there. If you wanted to do something like that, there's downloadable videos and then upload it to your own YouTube channel, kind of like your own digital marketing kit. We do have those resources for you. And then how do we do our own custom memory mates? Mike, that is a new feature coming to Richmond very, very soon. We're very close to launching that with them. But what you'll be able to do initially on this first release is upload your own background. The image node and the text node will be, and the text nodes and they'll be fixed, but you'll be able to change that background so it's like school specific colors or a mascot. And then you can put a logo on it if you want, custom for those organizations. But that is coming very soon in the coming weeks here for Richmond. Tracy's question, are the photos we take extracted and put in the lab backgrounds, or is it just used as is? So I'll show you this backgrounds feature here, but you'll be able to upload the PNG files that are already knocked out to PhotoDay on this initial release to use the backgrounds feature. And then you can create your own backgrounds, upload those, and then your customers can pick the different backgrounds, which I will show. Neil, yep, you can sell memory mates with this app. The designs are all in there. The themes are all available through Richmond. And your customer, it'll ask them to add an individual photo. It'll find their group photo. We use FaceFind for that as well for them. And then they can just add their text, how they like it on those memory mates, which is really great. And yes, Bill, we also work with Millers. Peter, can you embed a video demo in an email to parents? Peter, yes, you can. If you upload a video to a YouTube channel, your YouTube channel, you can put that YouTube link in the flyers that go out, and you have some characters to do that with in the description box, and then that way they can click a video link directly from the emails that are sent out from PhotoDay. So yes, it is now demo time. So I'm going to show you some of this stuff. And before I do that, I just lost my screen mirror on my phone here. So let me put this back up on my screen. I guess it times out. I got a lot of devices. I got 2 monitors and then my phone here, and I'm going to show you guys a complete demo. So bear with me, please, on this. I've done it a couple times, but I'm still not perfect at it. So let me turn off my camera and then turn my screen share on so you can see my screen. All right, cool. And that's my phone. So what you see here is you see my phone and, oh, hey, Anita. You see my phone and then you see the studio dashboard. This is a studio panel when you log into PhotoDay for the first time. We have all this great stuff in here available for you. And then of course, this is my demo account. So I know my sales are terrible, but this is only my personal orders and things that I test out with PhotoDay that I am demoing in here for you today. But I assure you that other studios have much more exciting dashboards than my own. So I'm gonna get started and set up a job in here so I can show you what this looks like and how easy it is just to get started and set up a job. You know, we only allowed an hour for this, this demo, and I'm gonna show you how to set up a private gallery job and execute it all here in 30 minutes or less. So I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna call this job Country Day School. And this is going to be an elementary school. I've already set up an organization in here. If you didn't have one, you can set it up. It works like a mini CRM sort of thing. You can put the picture day date. I'm gonna say the picture day date is today. And you can just estimate the amount of people being photographed. The time zone is important because this is what we look at when we do your text marketing. So you wanna make sure you pick the right time zone for that job text to go out so you're not texting people at like 6 in the morning. Our auto texts go out at noon, depending on what time zone you are in. So I am going to go ahead and create this job, and then I'm going to set up the gallery access. Now for this gallery, I'm showing the Capture app, so I'm going to make it a private gallery. It's going to give me a unique URL down here. I can change that if I want, that the customers can follow, or they can just go to galleries.photoday.io. or they can download the app from the App Store. So it really just depends. And then you can set a gallery expiration date there. I got some questions. So I'm gonna try to do both at the same time. Brian's asking, can you allow a league or team to upload and use their own logo? So, oh, that's a great suggestion, Brian, but we're just not there yet. You know, the one thing I worry about is if they'll upload a good enough quality logo. Because we thought about going that way. And I'm like, you know, what if they upload something that's not great, and then it prints out and then they're unhappy. So right now, I don't think we're quite there yet as far as technology goes to allow them to upload like a low res logo and we automatically make it better print quality for them. Yeah, so right now you would have to control that just to ensure that they're getting the best print quality possible. So that logo that you saw in that job, oh, you didn't see that yet. In the settings in the beginning and job details, this logo actually appears in the PhotoDay app. If you have logos uploaded, that's where it looks like when it comes through. And it also goes on the flyers that you create to the job right now. And then when custom themes is here for Richmond, you will also see that logo appear on any eligible products like Memory Mates. It'll add the logo automatically for them to preview on those Memory Mates as well. So just wanted to show you guys that. Let's see, I have used a team or league logo in my uploads to ensure quality. Yeah, Tracy, that's what I was saying. Like it's always best to check that and not let the customer do it because you just never know what you're gonna get if the customer is doing it for print quality. So the next step in your job dashboard, it kind of walks you through the 4 things you need to do to get up and running. Is to set up your storefront. Now I want to show you how Advance Pay works. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and attach an Advance Pay credit sheet here. And then I'm not going to incentivize it. Well, I guess I could incentivize it and just like this incentive I already made in advance is get free shipping on orders 25 or more if they buy an Advance Pay credit. And then I'm just going to go ahead and require them to enter the person's name being photographed so I know who they're buying the credit for, just in case I need that information for any reason, and save that. Now, while the gallery's in Advance Pay mode, you can also link a price sheet and have them be able to preview the price sheet to that. So I've already set up a price sheet for sake of time on this demo. So I'm going to select this school's price sheet right here. And then when you select the price sheet, and this price sheet was built using all the Richmond products, it's going to show me all the available collections here. So if I had like a multi-sport job or anything like that, I can pick more than one collection that'll display to the customer when they're shopping for those themable products. But if it's just school and this sample job I'm doing is school and there's not a lot of graphic-y things, I'm just going to pick something that's like more generic, just in case any of the items that I have on my price sheet need a template, like a mug or something like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and save that. So my advanced pay is set up. And then I'm going to put this gallery into advanced pay mode, but it won't let me do that until I upload my people data. So I'm going to do that first. So if you guys are familiar with data files, you know that they can come to you in all different ways or all different formats, right? So what I want to do is, let me see if I can just move my screen around and show you what a data file looks like before I upload it, just for anyone who doesn't know. Let me open that up for you real quick, and then I will show you what that looks like. Sorry for the delay. I should have already had this open, but I totally forgot to open it. So let me just move this over here on the screen so you can see my data file. So this is just like a sample data file that I'm opening, and it has first name, last name, teacher, grade, student ID, and then you'll see email addresses and mobile numbers here. I just did some fictional data here. And the student ID acts as your unique identifier. However, it's not required. So if you're using Capture for like a sports job or something like that, it's fine. You don't have to have a student ID. But for sake of this demo, I'm showing you with a student ID on it. Now, there's no worries. If you don't have everyone in the data, you can always add it on site in the Capture app, which is what I'm going to show you. So let me just get rid of this. And I am going to upload that CSV that I just showed you up to my gallery, which is this one. And you'll see it'll ask you to map it. So you'll need first name and last name in separate columns. Of course, you'll have teacher, grade, student ID. It just mapped it for me. And then these you can map to mobile numbers. Now, one of the questions we get asked all the time is, can I upload a bunch of mobile numbers and text people? The answer is no. And that's because FCC guidelines, they have their own set of rules and regulations. And no, you cannot spam people on their mobile phones. You will get in trouble. You should not do that. So people have to opt into you to receive text marketing. So what we're doing here is a combination of both. Now, you might have the mobile phones in the data because you want to get it back out when you produce that admin or yearbook or whatever file for the parents, or you just want to keep it on file. So that's why we have this here to map, but no, you can't import and text blast people. That's not good. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. So they have to actually opt in to receive text communication from you. So, but however, email, as we know, we have lots of emails all the time. So you can definitely map those email addresses. Now, it is important that you launch the Capture app from your device that you will be using while you're connected to your own Wi-Fi or cellular signal at your home base. And that is because if you try to do this when you're already at a school or on location and you're connecting to their Wi-Fi or using your cell signal, they might have blockers or software on there to regulate kids using devices, and it might not work properly. Capture works completely offline, but in order for it to go to the PhotoDay cloud and see the job that you just created with all that data, it needs to be connected first. So you do that at home base before you leave to go out to your event. And you can see that job I just set up in here, and you can see all the data here. Now, I understand my demo here only has a few records, and you might have like 1,300 records in here. You can quickly filter by the grade or the teacher name or whoever they're coming to you. If this was a sports league, by team or by division, and you had that data, you can quickly filter so you only display those kids in your app. Now, you can have additional users. So you can have as many users as you want on all different devices. There are no timestamps, right? We're using Face Find here. There are no timestamps, so it doesn't matter. So you can have Capture loaded on multiple devices and people using Capture at your event with multiple devices all at the same time for sake of speed. It's totally flexible. And like I said, completely hands-free here. You don't have to write anything down or carry a bunch of extra equipment with you. So Michelle, your question is, I photographed 3 sets of twins for football photos this fall. How does facial recognition handle that? Well, Luckily, those twins belong to the same parent. So when they search for one face, it'll find both of their kids if they are identical. Now, if they're not identical, sometimes it will tell them apart and they'll have to search twice, once for each kids. But if you have them in a group gallery, it doesn't matter because they're going to find all their kids all at the same time. If you have them in a private gallery and you're dealing with twins, it will separate, it'll probably get confused and put them both in the same gallery and you'll just have to break it out later. But your parent is able to check out with 2 different private gallery codes in one checkout anyway, so that part doesn't matter either. So yeah, in the rare case for super identical twins, you might have to split them out, especially if you're doing a school job, just like you did before. But it shouldn't matter much in public or group galleries, or if keeping the data separated for yearbooks not a priority, it doesn't matter because the parents are going to go into one code and see their kids anyway. So you're just saving them a step in that case. So, all right, awesome. I think I got through the questions. Okay, cool. So we have email addresses in here and we want to start the sales cycle and put this gallery in advanced pay mode so we can start getting those pre-sale credits. Yes, Chuck, if you get another group of names, you can upload another CSV file. Now, it will not overwrite the people that are there. The unique identifier, first off, is always going to be the student ID. So if the student ID doesn't change, it'll append the new data to that existing record. Now, if you don't have a student ID, then it looks for first and last name. Now, if anything is different, it's going to create more data. So just make sure if you're appending data to your gallery, you look for those unique identifiers, you make sure it's all matched up before you duplicate records. If you duplicate records, no big deal. You can go in and manually clean it up in PhotoDay after the fact. So that's not an issue. All right, cool. So I put this gallery in advanced pay mode, and now I'm going to create a flyer to send out to start sales. So this is my advanced pay flyer. I'm just going to name it advanced pay, and it has that credit already set up and that on my sheet, and it's going to have the special offer on it that I attach to my gallery. Get free shipping by purchasing a credit. The orders must be 25 or more for them to qualify for the free shipping. If I wanted to add an image to this, since I don't have the subject images yet, I can create something to make it like branded for my, my studio logo up here bigger, or some kind of special. You can make your own graphic up here. It could be like a 7x5 or a 5x7. It'll fit nicely up here, so it makes the email look pretty. And then they can go in and get this email out. So if you uploaded a logo, my studio is PhotoDay, so this wouldn't say PhotoDay on your flyer. It would have your logo and photos by you with your contact email address here. And then we have different flyer designs. So if they wanted to do a different design, if you didn't like the way that one looked and you wanted this one, you can select this design. And of course, you can put your own details. And for whoever asked me about the YouTube link for the video, you can put that link in here as well. If you wanted to put this in here, you can do that. And then once you save the flyer, then you can email it. Bill, how do we export it to get it ready for the yearbook? We do have exports available here, PSPA format, where after you upload and feature all your photos, you can export it. We also have auto cropping built in to PhotoDay, where it automatically will make their faces the same size and crop your images for that yearbook file upon exporting it. And then it emails you a link that you can download and get that off to your school contact. So that's all included here in PhotoDay as well. And then I can go ahead and I can either send all these flyers as a nice packaged up PDF, say if I didn't have email addresses, to my contact, and they can print them all out and pass out to the kids, or you can send this to yourself so you can print out and pass out to the kids, or you can send it to all the people in your gallery to start that sales cycle. So I'm going to go ahead and send this email off and just put picture day is coming. Read this, whatever you want to put in the subject line. And there you go. It sends the email to everyone, takes a few minutes, and then everyone receives that email from you, which makes it pretty awesome. So let's talk about picture day. So everyone got their email. Everyone's making advanced pay credit purchases. You can actually check it in Insights and see how many people are clicking the link, how many credit sales happened so far, who bought credits will appear. So at any time you want to go in, Neil, I think I just answered your questions. Are the emails auto sent out, or do we select when they resend? I just showed you that. So you pushed emails out. They're not automatic for them. So that's what you control depending on what your gallery status is right now. Now that may change in the future, but right now it is a manual push. So you can check your insights here at any time. But what I want to show you next is picture day. So let's just pretend it's picture day now. Everyone bought their credits. Now it's time. You're lining up at the school, and now it's time to take the reference photos and start this process. Now, I'm going to have to share my screen here in a little bit of different way. So let me turn my screen share off. And I'm going to move my screen around here so I can show you what this looks like. And then I am going to open this demo. Oh, here we go. And these images so I can show you. So since I don't have all these kids standing in front of me, for sake of the demo, I'm going to actually, let me share this screen again because I can show you what it looks like on my app. So the kids are not standing in front of me, but I'm going to pretend they are standing in front of me on this app and just take pictures of my screen. And you can do this too, like say if you forget to, hopefully you can still see my screen. Okay, so you can do this too if you forget to snap a reference photo of somebody quickly. And what I'm gonna do is take my first person who is coming up to me, who is Alyssa, and I'm gonna tap her name, and then it's gonna tell me to take a reference photo. So I'm just gonna say she's standing in front of me, say cheese, and if I wanted to edit this data at any time I could. If I'm working offline, you're gonna see this little red cloud. That means it's syncing to the PhotoDay cloud. It won't sync until you're back at your home base and you're connected to Wi-Fi again, say if you're using iPads that don't have connection. It will store on the local device, and then it'll send when you're connected again and sync up. The Capture app will do that for you. If you wanted to add data or edit it at all last minute, you could do that too. Once you take a reference photo, that person is checked in. So you can go back and see who's checked in and who's not. So let's see. Okay, I just wanted to make sure there was no more questions popping up as I was doing this. So I'm gonna do a couple different reference photos here because these kids all have multiple poses. And I wanna show you how this looks as we're going through when we upload the other pictures. So this is Ryan here, and then check Tim in. And let's see, Oliver is next. He's making a goofy face. It's fine. We'll just see if that works. It's actually pretty cool how this works. Let's go to Stacy. She is next. Just use this picture and checked her in. She's good to go. And then take a picture of Steph. Let's just take her picture. She is good to go. We'll grab Lance. Where's he at? I think this is Lance, right? Yeah. Take his picture. And then James. Let's see. Let's grab this kid here and take his picture. So you want a good device. You want a device that has a pretty decent camera on it to be able to do this. Don't skimp out on a cheapy tablet that has problems with the camera and the focus. iPad minis work really well and they're inexpensive if you didn't want to use your own personal device, but if you're just doing a couple jobs here and there, you know, feel free to use your own device. These images are pretty small, but as you can see on my screen, since I was connected to Wi-Fi, they all synced back here to the PhotoDay panel, and you can check all the ones that have synced here. Bill, to answer your question, here's the export function, but we can't export the yearbook file until obviously we get those images uploaded. So now that I got all my reference photos, I'm gonna go home from my shoot and I am going to upload the professional photos that I post-process to my gallery. So I'm just gonna go ahead and upload a folder that has all my images in it and upload here. And that is going to push these files up. And as I'm uploading, you'll notice a couple things here that's happening. It's a running face find upon upload to PhotoDay. So it's creating that like data map. It's like a mathematical equation of their face. And it's just a text string, and it's comparing it to the one that the Capture app created with the reference photo. So it's gonna find their faces in pictures that have them in it. Maybe there's more than one person in it, buddy shots, group shots, all that good stuff. It's gonna find them and it's gonna cluster them together under each one of these records. Now, this process takes a little bit. It's gonna be it's gonna be determined upon your upload speed as well as the quality of device that you're using. So you wanna make sure that the device that you're using has good power, right? So you don't run into any crazy things going on. So let's see, it's finalizing the upload, and you can see it's just still kind of cleaning up the matches, and then we can go through and look what it actually matched up for each person, which is pretty cool. But I did something on purpose that I wanted to show you. There's this unmatched section here. Now in the unmatched section, it'll find people that you didn't take a reference photo for some reason. So we didn't take a reference photo of this girl. Maybe I totally forgot. And I need to figure out who this person is and put them in my data. So if you didn't take a reference photo and maybe you come over here to your checked in and maybe you have some people over here, you can figure it out that way. You can send it to the school, figure out who that person was. I'm sure this happens all the time. Oops, I just lost my phone preview for some reason. Let me mirror this again. Oh, I gotta love technology, right? Let me go put it back up in here. But what you can do quickly is a little trick that I just did in this demo is when you find out who that person is, or maybe you just want to name her Jane Doe, you can add her on the fly. Since I have student IDs required, I got to put some kind of student ID in here. And you can add her email, all that other stuff. But what you can do is add that person on the fly, just come into your gallery, open up the picture, and then highlight her, snap a quick photo of her, and then what it'll do is automatically move her over into Jane Doe's area, as you can see over here. What's my screen blank? Oh no, let me close this out. But you can see it just moved her automatically into here. But we still have unmatched photos because that little boy doesn't have a reference photo. But PhotoDay is cool because it tells you, when you come in here, it tells you who the one face is matched to. And if you wanted to take a deeper dive into the faces, you can open up the match modal. It'll show you the faces in the photo. This is really cool with like group photos or team photos. Bill, oh, you guys have all kinds of questions. Let me go through this in order. So let me stop for a second. Okay, Rob, if I shoot action at a sports event and someone does not check in at the site, can they send me a photo of their face and you can add them after the fact? Yes, just like I showed you right now with Jane Doe. Yes, you can do that. It's pretty easy. Just add them last minute. And then you can email them off their access code. Bill, emails are getting impossible to get from the schools. What is the best practices to get that link to parents? Well, Bill, it is the world of COVID and contactless. If they want you to truly be contactless and no paper, you can ask them for the email so you can service them appropriately. However, if you're selling advanced pay credits and you're sending out those flyers in advance, like the one flyer with the main advanced pay link, and require them to enter the subject's name being photographed, you can actually append that data to your official data based on the person's first and last name and just kind of put those emails over, because when they make an advanced pay credit purchase, you're getting a verified email as well. So you could do it that way, or you can simply do it the old-fashioned way and print out all those flyers. It'll just make a PDF. You can print them 4 up on a sheet, cut them, and drop them for, and it'll be stack sorted for each teacher, however you want to sort it in the data, and then they can pass that out. Brian, does the gallery put body pictures in, or 2 or 3 galleries? In other words, 3 friends take a photo together? Yes, it will put them in each gallery. So as you can see that here for Ryan, it put him and Steph together because they're in that picture. But if I go down to Steph's gallery, it also put those same group pictures in her gallery automatically. So it's pretty awesome. Neil, what if a student pays us in person with a cash or check, manually add the order to PhotoDay? Yes, you can. You just order on their behalf. and just check out using your own credit card, and it'll go through just like them, which is pretty awesome. All right, cool. So what I wanted to show you next is obviously when all your photos are here and sorted, you know, you can do the feature, you can do the upload, but for sake of this demo, you can go ahead and just publish this gallery when everyone's all matched up and you're ready. When you publish a gallery, everyone that's got an advance pay, credit purchase, or had opted in according to the flyer instructions, it will send them a text message. You can also fire off another marketing flyer. You can create a new flyer. That's going to be their gallery flyer because it's after picture day, and send out another email to everybody. And it'll have a sample of their image here, like a proof preview of their featured image, and the instructions on how to place an order. Eric, how small can the faces get in order to be identified? A very large group. As long as there's enough data in the face, PhotoDay has to be 95% confident that that is that person or won't make a match. And then can you designate a photo group so that everyone gets to see that image? Yes, if you upload a group photo, it's going to go automatically into everybody's thing, into everybody's access here. Like we showed you with Steph and Ryan, a group photo would work the same exact way. John, we do not have a class composite builder built into PhotoDay as of today. It is a request that we started getting a lot lately, but it is not there quite yet. I know labs offer that service. Not sure if Richmond offers that service or not, but maybe. So it surprisingly works well, Ben, with some profile action shots. It's found me in the most random, like candid shots when I've tried on myself. The more photos it has of that person, the smarter it gets. It recognizes them from different angles. So in action, it works quite well because you're going to have multiple angles of that person playing on the field. So it actually works pretty awesome. You can upload and test it yourself because PhotoDay is completely free to sign up. Now, and use. You can use the whole thing for free. You don't even pay us until you make a sale. So that's, we don't have any subscription fees or anything. We don't even take payment from you guys. So you can sign up today and just play around with the whole thing if you wanted to. And yes, Bill, I'm going to show you that right now before, for sake of time, before we stop. So what I want to show you now is what it looks like when you upload. This is the backgrounds feature. It's not there yet, but I want to show this to you guys. Let me just make my window bigger. I'll just put it over my phone. But this is what it looks like when you'll be able to upload PNGs to PhotoDay. So you can upload photos that are already knocked out, right? And the new backgrounds feature, you're going to be able to create your own backgrounds collections that you can add to your job so people can preview and see those different backgrounds. And you can have those PNGs uploaded to PhotoDay. They all already have to be knocked out, obviously. And then you can go into here and you can upload different backgrounds. Here you can have up to 12 backgrounds per collection. It's pretty awesome. And then what you can do under your jobs is, let me see, I think it was this one. What you can do under your jobs is go into your settings and assign those background collections to a specific job. And then you can also set a default background here. So when your customer goes to that gallery for the first time, they will see that default background in place that you have uploaded to that. So Bill, for now, you will knock them you knock them up. You will knock them out first, and then you will upload PNGs for PhotoDay. So that is phase one. And then they'll be able to switch. So when I'm a parent, I'm in this gallery and I'm viewing my photo, I am going to be able to scroll through the different backgrounds and preview what they look like. Some of these are not size right, so I didn't do that for sake of demo. But they can preview and then they can go and shop in that storefront and from those different products, and they're able to preview the different things. Yes, Kim, great question. This backgrounds feature will be available in the coming weeks. It is so very close, but we want to make sure we're perfecting it alongside of Richmond. They have been a great partner to ensure that this feature is released with little to no issues. So that's pretty awesome because it is a great big feature. And let me just stop sharing my screen for a minute because I did show that to you guys, but I want to put my presentation back on so I can show this to you guys. So that feature is coming very soon in the coming weeks. We're hoping for sometime in November. So you guys that still have jobs or have late school jobs coming in are able to utilize it before. But a lot of dates are being pushed out in the January and February now in a lot of areas. So let me get back to some of these questions. John, what if there's no available data until picture day? Can you import data after the fact? Yes, you can import data after the fact. One of the cool things that we do have, and because of FaceFind, is if you had data from a previous year's job. Let's just say you have fall portrait data and it has a featured image number in the data listed, and you upload that to the spring gallery and you upload those fall images. It'll take that image you did in the fall, the featured photo in the data, it'll use it as a reference photo. So you only have to capture the kids that are new to spring. So it saves you time with managing that photos and data. It's pretty smart. So if same case for you. I think here you asked me that, John. Same case for you. If you just jotted down numbers because you didn't have data and you want to go back after the fact, you can definitely do that as well. So it doesn't matter what stage you're at. Let's see. How about class composites? How do we link them? If you design your class composites or your lab does it for you and you just drop them into the gallery, it's going to find their faces and put each composite where it goes. So you don't have to make a bunch of duplicates and manually drop it. It's going to see that their face is in that composite. It's going to put it in their gallery for them automatically. And then is there a way to get help for my first job? Of course, Neil, we will help you. We have live chat right in the dashboard, and you can also set up a time to do some manual onboarding. We can go through things in screen share. We can just do a phone call. It's totally up to you guys. We have a full staff ready to help you guys. So like I said, you get all this stuff for free. It's all included. Our fee is 10% transaction fee. It's only applied to what you sell the products for, not total transaction. It doesn't apply to tax and shipping and everything else, not like a credit card processing fee. It's only to the price you sell the products for. That's the cost of using PhotoDay. So you get all this stuff, all the text marketing, all the email address, all the FaceFind, the capture app, everything, the exports. That is all included. We don't have any other fees there. Even if you sell downloads, there's no fees on those. It's just basically that 10%. If you sell something for $10, the fee is $1. There is a Stripe credit card processing fee on top of that on the total transaction that comes out. But the coolest part about PhotoDay is when your customer makes a transaction, all the parties are paid, and then we deposit the applicable sales tax that we collected for you based on your nexus, the state that you're operating in, and you can put more, if you have more than one state you're operating in, you can put more than one state that you're remitting sales tax in, and the customer's delivery postal code. We figure that tax rate out for you, we report it for you, and we deposit that tax in with your profit so you can pay Uncle Sam accordingly. Yes, Benjamin, everything that comes through Richmond with PhotoDay, there's no minimum orders. Everything's flat rate. And then, of course, that includes a batch color correction as well. And yes, Miguel, your question to me is, can it do auto head sizing before you create a composite? Yes, we do have auto cropping built in the PhotoDay that's available in export. So you can export your data and a smaller size file, and it'll be face size and cropped for you upon export. So you can use that to produce your service items, ID cards, or the composites or whatever you're building. That is all available for you. So I know I went a little bit over an hour, and I thank you, Bill. I want you to sign up too. Like PhotoDay. Go to photoday.com or photoday.io. We have both domains. Took us a while to get the .com. Somebody wanted like a crazy amount of money for that, but we finally got it. But yes, photoday.com. You can go to sign up at the top, and you can get started and play along with it and figure out all the things. And I said so many he said, she said stuff today. So hopefully you guys were entertained. I'm like super hyper. I ran a 5K this morning and I'm hopped up on coffee. And Tia, the Stripe fee is 2.9% plus 30 cents transaction. But your customers are able to check out all their kids in one transaction. So it won't be as many transactions because of that. Oh, thanks for the compliment, Guy. That's awesome. Yes, John, everything is free. You can sign up and test it out yourself. I always encourage you to place an order yourself. Order some photos to see the quality and to see the speed, because it's really cool. Once your customer places an order, and then it goes to Richmond, it comes out of their printers, they package it, and they ship it right out, and you get it in a few days. They're using first class mail with the tracking number. It's really cool to see how long that takes to get to you and to feel the whole experience. And if you don't want to pay for that, just let me know in chat, or you guys can have my email, lisa@photoday.io. Just let me know, and I'll just credit it back for you if you want to play with a test order. No big deal. But I always encourage that. I had somebody that was using PhotoDay for over a year, and he asked me a ridiculous question one day, about the checkout experience. I was like, dude, you've sold so much through PhotoDay and you don't know how it works yet? And he goes, I'm ashamed to admit I've never checked out myself, so I don't know. So don't be that person and check out. So, Bill, you will get a follow-up email, but I'll send you an email with the sign-up link and get you started after this, so you're good. And yes, like Randy said, get out and vote. We got a few days left to get our votes in. So important. It's an important voting year. Thanks for bringing that up, Randy. So, and yes, you will get a replay link in 2 days here. Thank you guys for attending today. We do have all of our replays available from all of our webinars at webinars.photoday.io. So you can get to them there too. I have all different webinars. If you're contemplating using PhotoDay or going online in general, we have some great how to sell and market, how to transition to online, the kick-ass marketing webinar. Please watch those. It's going to give you really great ideas on how to move forward in the online world. So thank you guys so much today. Thanks for all your questions. It makes it a lot easier. I'm not so much talking to myself. And again, send me an email, lisa@photoday.io, if you want some one-on-one onboarding or just have questions you didn't want to shout out here. That's totally fine too. So I hope everyone has a great day. Happy Halloween and happy election day. So till next time, bye guys.